everybody, this is Tina with Living Life's Little Blessings, and this is our Love and Life May scrapbooking kit. So I want to go over very quickly what you're getting with the kit, just so you're familiar. When you get your kit, you will have everything in a bag that will look like this, and this portion of it will be loose. And then there will be two smaller bags and then a 6x6 bag. The 6x6 bag is your extra cardstock. You have 3 sheets of solid cardstock, a piece of So Saffron, very vanilla, and Calypso Coral. And then you have 5 sheets of the Tea for 2. And I've just listed all of the colors that coordinate with this paper so that you'll know. You can set that aside because you're not going to need that for your kit. I'm going to zoom out a tiny bit so you can see. Then you'll have 2 pieces, 2 bags that look like this, and each one of these bags are going to be for individual squares. And then you'll have these pieces right here, and these pieces are for your very top piece. And this month we are using the design that has a large strip right across the top and then 4x6 photos. Okay, so let's get started putting this together. You're going to take your first piece is this piece right here, and it has all of these hexagons on it. And you're probably going to hear my kids because it's late. They're just getting out of the bath. Sorry about that. I corner around all of my items just because that is how my Love and Life album is currently set up. So I'm going to go ahead and round those corners, and then I'm going to there's a strip in here that is already embossed, and it's embossed in hexagons, and I'm going to corner around that, and that piece can go on. And you can just use a snail adhesive or a, whatever you use for adhesive, you can go ahead and use. And I like to just place this piece right in the middle. And then what you're going to find is a piece that looks like this. And you're going to find a yellow oval, and I do not know, I didn't cut myself a piece. So what you're going to end up having is this. So you'll find the baker's twine, this piece, which is this piece right here, an oval piece, and then a hexagon square. And what you're going to do is you're just going to layer it just like this. So what I've done is I've taken the baker's twine and I have just wrapped it around this corner, and then I've taken that hexagon piece and I have stuck it right in the middle and pulled that twine together so it gives it that look. Then I have used my Oh Hello stamp, and I've used my markers, and all I did to do that is I went ahead and attached my rose to my block first, and then I took my markers and I used Lucky Limeade and Calypso Coral and colored that, and then I stamped right on that piece. And then, of course, I layered those together just like that. So that's that piece. So then for this, you can use either one of these square blocks. And the one I'm going to use is the one that has this label right here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in this corner down here. And I'll show you how those layer together. You'll have all the pieces to make this square. You can either layer a photo in the square or you could journal in the square. So I just have a piece of Calypso coral that is a 4x6. I always use my corner chomper and I use the 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to corner around all of these pieces. You'll have a little bit of extra baker's twine left, so if you want to use it on another element, one of these other squares, you're welcome to do that. So I'm just going to layer these up. I take the piece of Calypso coral and I layer the designer paper right on top of that. My corner didn't get rounded all the way. Then I take my Very Vanilla piece and I just put this, I'm going to go ahead and put it right over, all the way over. So you'll notice that this piece is a little tiny bit shorter than what your full square is going to be. And that's because I figured I would journal right here. So then I'm going to take my little label, and this was just from our decorative label punch. That's where I got this piece. And I put that right there. Then this is from our mini butterfly punch. And what I like to do is go ahead and pinch that in the middle and fold it. It's really, really tiny, you can see. And this was punched out of our designer paper. And then I just add a little dot of adhesive on the back of that, and I like to just put it right there. And then there's 3 little rhinestones in your package, and I just peel, they already have adhesive on there, so you're just gonna peel those up and place those rhinestones right in the middle of the butterfly. And that's gonna be this square right here, and you could journal that. So let's slip this piece in this pocket, and then you would have photos for these 3 right here. So then you're going to turn it over and we're going to do the next piece. So the next portion of this is going to be what was left that was kind of loose. And again, I'm going to do all my corner rounding. You don't have to corner round if you prefer your edges to be straight. This piece is going to go right here. Then we're going to take this paper doily, and you can just run some adhesive right on the middle there, and we're going to put that all the way over on this edge. And then there's these 2 pieces right here. I'm going to round mine again. And then you have this strip right here, and I'm going to place that right over all of that before we put our squares down. And then these 2 are going to be layered together. I am going to use this top. This side I'm going to use in my album. I'm going to use it for a title. So I'll journal in this square that's going to go right here, and then I will maybe cut some letters out or do some stamping that will say May. Maybe this will be the beginning of my May, you know, May month, or so it'd work like a title card pretty much. So we'll have that, and that's all that's going to happen to this piece. And so we can just slip that right in the top right there. And that's bulky enough now that it's going to help all that stay in there. So now for I'm going to go ahead and I have another package, and that's going to be for any one of the squares, but I'm going to go ahead and use it in this square right here. And this is going to be really simple to put together as well. You have a couple extra pieces in this because because I always like to give you guys a few extra punches in case you want, if you find something different that you want to do than what I have given you. So we have this piece, we're going to round the corners, and it might even be nice if you wanted to take your ink and ink around the edges of this, but you don't have to. I mean, this is meant to be very simple and very fast to put together. So whatever extra embellishments or extra steps you want to take, of course you can. So this is just a very vanilla piece, and I am just layering that on top because I will want to do the journaling on here. So then I have several punch outs, and the first thing I'm going to do is layer this little flag piece. Guess we can zoom in a little bit while I'm working on this square. So I'm going to take this little flag piece, and we're going to go ahead and attach that. And I'm just attaching it right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my stamp and stamp "Oh Hello" right on this white piece. And then layer my pieces together so there's a little bit of a shadow. Just like that. And then I can layer this piece right on top there. And then there's these little hearts, and on mine, I'm just going to put one right here. But there's a few extra in there if you wanted to place them any other place. And what you're going to get is a square that looks like this. So what I have done, as you can see, I've done some faux stitching all around my, my circle and my square. And that would just go right in here just like this. And then you can see also that I've done faux stitching around this. So all you do to do faux stitching is, I'll show you on this square what I mean by faux stitching. So I just take my writer marker that matches, which I would pull out Calypso Coral, and then I'm going to zoom way in so you guys can see. Then we'll zoom out. So I just take and do dash lines. I do a dash and then a dot, and then a dash and then a dot. Lots of people just do a dash lines, and that is meant to look like stitching, and that is why it's called faux stitching. So you get the idea. And I would just do that all the way around. So that is our May kit. That is our May Love and Life kit. It is going to look like, we'll zoom all the way out. And so you have the very beginning where you could do a title, stamp here, stamp on this, lots of different options, and you would have 3 spaces for photos, and then we'll flip it over, and again we'll have this piece up top, and then enough space for 3 photos, and then a space down here for journaling. So I hope that you've enjoyed May's Love and Life kit. And I will have June's Love and Life kit samples up on the website on the first Friday of June, I believe, or of May, will be up there. So thank you guys so much for subscribing to my Love and Life kit. I hope that you are enjoying recording your life. I hope that these kits are making it easier for you guys. I would love to hear your suggestions or comments on it, and I will catch you again next month with a brand new kit.